Good afternoon and welcome to the 2019 Brodies Schools Championships at Tollcross. I'm Robert Taylor, and with me tonight I'm delighted to have Ian Wright, who's the head coach at City of Glasgow. Ian's on his home ground, aren't you, Ian?
I am, and it's great to be here again to commentate on these schools events. I did it a couple of years ago, so looking forward to seeing how the children get on tonight.
Yeah, it should be a good one this evening. We've already had 10 championship records. We had I think it was 7 or 8 this morning, 8 in fact this morning to this afternoon. Some of the highlights this morning, Archie Goodburn goes later on this evening. He broke the record for the 200 IM, broken Dan Wallace no less.
Yeah, so that was a great swim. I watched that this morning at home before I came down here on the live stream, and he was obviously well ahead, but it was a good swim nonetheless.
Yeah.
You know, I think even close to his personal best time there, so he'll be delighted with 2.5 swim, and anything that's faster than what Dan Wallace did is obviously pretty special. So Archie could be one for the future.
Certainly is. One of your own swimmers in the 12 and unders, only one meet record was broken. Ellen McPhee, who's just joined you recently.
That's right, Ellen's only 11, I think, going on 12 this year, and has made a lot of progress in the last 6 months. She joined the programme. Very good at breaststroke, obviously, and I think it was a long-standing record that she broke this morning. Stuart Williams from 2000, I think.
Something like 2000, yes. So a long-established record. So nice to see that happen.
To go 36 seconds at that age for 50-metre breaststroke long course is actually very good. So, we hope that she'll carry on and do good things. But she's not just a breaststroker. She'll obviously work on all her other strokes at that age as well. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. One or two others, Lucy Grieve, Yasmin Perry, were very strong in their fly events in the 15-16.
I was particularly impressed with Yasmin Perry's 101.2 this morning. That was a very impressive swim for January. That'll set her up nicely as some of the bigger meets come up.
Yeah, she's been particularly strong the last 6-9 months, Yasmin.
Yeah.
So in the afternoon, of course, we had Sophie Smith, 200 free. This is the last year Sophie competes at this event, and she did 204, taking something like a couple of seconds off the meet record which she broke last year. So that was a Canadian swim, and of course Katie Robertson also broke the 100 breaststroke record, having just missed out on the 200. Yvonne Brown beating her this morning. That was a cracking race to get us underway. That was the first championship record, Yvonne Brown. So yeah,
that was an interesting swim. That a slight surprise maybe for Yvonne to take Katie on that event, Katie being the stronger overall breaststroker, but good swim, extremely good swim from Yvonne. But Katie and Sophie come off a very strong short course season the past few months, where they were out swimming for Britain in Canada at Christmas. So good to see them making progress in the long course already.
So as you can see, that's what's ahead of us this evening. All the events are heat declared: 13, 14 backstroke, 15, 16 and 17 to 19. The 13, 14, 15, 16s, there will be 2 heats. The older age group, just the 1 heat. Then we have butterfly for both girls and boys over 200. 100 free for girls, 100 for the boys. And we conclude the evening session for the girls with a 200 IM. And the boys' breaststroke, the very last event. It wouldn't surprise me, we're talking about this, Ian, the 100 breaststroke record held at the moment by Ross Murdoch, but we fancy Archie Goodburn might have a little sniff at that one this evening.
Yeah, I think his personal best is quicker than the record, and we know he's in good form, so it should be on target for it,
Yeah,
I think there'll be probably 1 or 2 other events where the record goes down as well tonight.
Yeah, I think we could have potentially 6 or 7 records could easily go, but we're expecting a few this evening. Certainly for a lot of these swimmers who are 18 this year, last year at school, they'll want to go out in the high.
Yeah.
So as you can see, that's the pool empty. We'll be getting our technical officials coming on very shortly. Another medal in the pool. There's a nice message from Ariana. I think she finished second earlier on this afternoon. Cracking swim. I think she was swimming in lane 8. They've had a lot of swimmers in some of the outside lanes sneaking in second, third place. Great to see.
I noticed that this morning as well. There was lane 7, lane 8 was always kept popping up there and surprising the middle people.
Good luck to all Scotia swimmers today. You'll smash it. That's from Stephen. Let's see. Try and read some of these messages out while we can before we get underway. Hashtag SSSC19. So please send as many messages. It's great. It's a great event, Ian, for the youngsters. You get the chance to swim 2 events. Pick your 2 best events and hope for the best.
Yeah, it's always an exciting day and something the kids get very look forward to each year. And great to see quite a large crowd in the spectators tonight as well, so should be a good atmosphere.
Should indeed. As you can see, that's our officials making their way poolside. Great to see a lot of them helping out over the 3 sessions. Nice for me to be in the commentary position and not in my whites this evening, Ian.
Yeah, I prefer the commentary position to standing there with a stopwatch. Lots of familiar faces there officiating again tonight.
Yeah.
I saw a couple from my own team, Glasgow, so that's nice.
Just see that's the bottom end of the pool. We were using that this morning and this afternoon for the 50 metres, but of course all the action will start at the far end. And it's basically 100s and 200s this evening, 400 events. Most of these were swum early on in both sessions 1 and 2. But a lot of interesting events this evening. 100 backstroke gets us underway in. Where a wee look earlier on, and certainly one of your own local swimmers, Mark Ford, in the second event, certainly has a strong chance of taking that meet record, but he's up against Jack Munsey, who swam really well in the 200, and Jack broke the existing record that was held by no less than Craig McLean, so it took about a second or so for that. That was a very impressive swim from Jack.
Yeah, Jack's made a lot of improvement in through 2018, so he's a good shout for this, but Mark will provide a strong challenge. Mark broke a Scottish junior record in the 50 metre backstroke at the Tollcross Championships in December, and the age group record in the 100 metre backstroke, so we'll look to see what he can convert here in the long course. I think he swam 59.4 last week for the Scotland junior team in Geneva, so that's certainly a marker he'll be hoping to drop down to tonight. His best, I think, is 58.98, and he'll be certainly going for that and trying to beat Jack as well. So,
yeah.
So first of all, it's the 13-14s.
Yeah, as you saw on the screen, that's what we have ahead of us. So the session gets underway literally in the next minute or so. I think we're just running a minute or 2 behind, whilst we make all the necessary announcements. So you'll see the backstroke mechanisms. Most of the swimmers are pretty used to using these. So we'll start with the slower of the 2 heats. There's the list of swimmers. Gregor Bryson.
It's not the same as that. Must be.
So we have Gregor Bryson in lane 0, Airdrie Academy, Harry Barami, Cal Academy 2, Owen Williamson, Knox Academy 3, Cameron Arthur, Ellen Academy 4, Mullet Rowe, Bankery in 4, Tom Ingles, Dumbarton 5. It's actually Andrew Brody who's in 5, Rhys Ferguson from Dumbarton is in 6, Ryan Rodley from Fraserburgh 7, Alex Scott Dumfries 8, Fergus Curry, High School of Glasgow in 9.
Looks like Owen Williamson in lane 2 from Knox Academy is taking the lead here down the first 50, turning in 33.86, just ahead of Cameron Arthur in the lane next to him.
Certainly Owen going very well over that far side. He's well clear in it, even at this later stage of the race.
And it looks like he's actually pulling away from the field here. He's gone out fast, but he's taking it on here. He's got about 3 or 4 metre lead now. It's very close for the remaining positions, but this swim could see Owen put down a challenging time for the final heat.
Coming through strongly in lane 3, perhaps just to take second place, Cameron Arthur, and beside him Elliot Rowe. So a very strong swim, 109.13.
So a lot quicker than his entry there of 112, almost 3 seconds quicker. So obviously been working hard in training to knock 3 seconds off, which is what is probably a short course time as well. So that's probably not going to get amongst the medals, but it might not be far away depending on how this final heat goes. The top rank is Travis Davey with a 105.81. So he goes in lane 4 for Perth. And second rank is David Kernahan from Gillespie's in lane 5.
So in 0 we have Blair Kennedy, Hamilton College. 1, Jake Gibson, Fraserburgh Academy. Ewan Beattie, Boroughmuir 2. Ryan King, Auchmuty in 3. Travis Davey, Perth High in 4. David Kernahan, James Gillespie's 5. Lucas Brown Elgin 6. Angus Johnson, Beauclair in 7. Calvin McDonald, Bucksburn in 8. And Lord Burgess, Clifton Hall in lane number 9.
Remember, it's no finals, so this is it. This is the final heat, and this is where the medals will be decided. Lane 6, possibly just with the edge at the moment. Lucas Brown. Lucas
has the advantage in at the halfway mark, 31.95 from David Kernahan and Travis Davey. They've got some work to do to try and claw that back. He's almost pulling away here with 25 to go. Still looks very strong, doesn't he, Lucas Brown, Ian?
He does, swimming with that distinctive Elgin hat. He's got about a 1 metre lead over David Kernahan, and I can't see anyone taking this away from him now.
Ryan King finishing very strongly over in lane 3. Certainly, Lucas Brown went out very strongly and maintained that. Lane 5, I think, and 3. David Kernahan and Ryan King. In fact, Ryan King just snatches by 1/10 of a second the second place. But very commanding advantage that Lucas had there, 106.99. Very strong swim from lane 6. And a 108.15, Ian.
And also at the bottom end of that age group, swimming in the 13 section of that 13-14 double band. So he'll still be in that age group next year. So
yes,
it's a great swim. Not easy for a 13-year-old to beat people who are 12 or more months older than him. Move on to the 15 to 16 years age category for this 100 metre backstroke.
And 2 heats in this one. So the first of the 2 heats of 15-16-year-olds. Singing's 0 from Coates Academy. Conan Mowbray, St Kettigans in 1. Sam Moore, Mark College 2. James Cool, Bucksburn 3. Oliver Road from Bell Baxter 4. Craig McDonald, Vale of Leith in 5. Cameron Palmer, Bellsill 6. Ewan Dunst, James Young High in 7. Claire Johnson, Beauclair in 8. 105.11 through 107. Yeah, and a good start in the middle lanes here from Oliver Good and Craig McDonald. Craig McDonald probably in lane 5, Ian, with the advantage.
He just has the turn, turning in 31.52 ahead of Oliver Goad, only a couple of tenths of a second behind him. These two look to be taking this heat on. Lane 1 also going well. That's Dara Siggins in the green hat down there in the far side. He's going very well at the moment. But lane 5 still has it. Craig McDonald.
Craig McDonald second at the West District Long Course. He's still hanging on there with about 10 to go. Oliver Goad coming through strongly to challenge, but it looks as though he's going to hang on. Lane 7 finishing very strongly as Ewan Duns, but left it just a fraction late. Craig McDonald 107.26, 107.53 Oliver Goad, and third place, the fast finishing Ewan Duns 107.95.
That was a very close race. The top 4 were all very close together there. Good heat. Final heat now. This is where we see Mark Ford up against Jack Munsey. We expect that to be the battle here. They're entered on 58s with no one else quicker than 101. So could be a head-to-head in the middle of the pool.
Kerr Lumsden, Money Fief in 0. 1, Sean Craigmile, Ross High. 2, Ewan Curry, Ellen Academy. 3, Adam Young, Bell Baxter. Mark Ford, St Aloysians in 4, Jack Munsey, Kinross High in 5, Joshua Aspinall, George Watson's College in 6, Jake Kirkham, Grangemouth 7, Felix Hale, Trinity Academy 8, Callum Dunn, Kyle Academy in lane number 9. A very strong start there from Mark in 4.
It's a really excellent start. He used his skills off the wall there and underwater to great effect to take an immediate lead. Jack's trying to go with him, but Mark is going into the turn clear of Jack, and it'll be interesting to see what they turn on here. Mark at 28.41, about 1 metre ahead of Jack Munsey on 29.50.
He's got it very strongly. Kerr Lumsden over in lane 0 going well from Money Fief. But certainly Mark Ford at the moment looks as though he's going to take this one quite comfortably in from Travis, from Jack Munsey rather.
He's got 3 metres clear now. The only issue now is whether he's going to break the record. It's 1 minute .24 held by Scott Houston, set 17 years ago.
There. Yeah, that's our first one of the evening. That's
73.
Totally shattered at 58.73. Well, you did say that he was well capable of getting towards that figure this evening, and that was a cracking swim. That's
a personal best time for Mark, and quicker than he went last week, and breaks that long-standing record by Scott Houston. And Scott Houston was one of the top junior swimmers of his time, in not just in Scotland but in Great Britain, and anyone who takes down a Scott Houston record is doing well.
Mark Ford has an opportunity later on to get another one. So on to the 17 to 19-year-old one. Jack Hamilton, Lochaber goes in 0s. Drone Kingdom, William Wood in 1. Alexander Harris, Stirling High goes in 3. No one in 2. Keir Edgar, Dollar Academy 4. Conor Massey, Glasgow Academy 5. Ryan Robertson, Glasgow School of Sport in 6. Finlay Saunders, Creekmount in 7. Ewan McDonald, Our Ladies in 8. Craig Mellon from Newbattle in 9. And 2 of your prodigies, 5 and 6. Conor Massey, Ryan Robertson. You'll be interested in there.
Absolutely.
And a very strong start from Conor Massey. Probably better over the shorter distances than Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan tends to be better at the 200, Conor better at the 100, but you know, sometimes it goes the other way. Look out for Keir Edgar as well in lane 4. He's a strong swimmer.
Alexander Harris also well up there as well, Ian.
Yeah, Ryan just with the edge at the turn, turning in 28.83. So, in fact, slower than Mark Ford has turned, but it's all about this second 50 now. 4 swimmers in the line. We've got a great race on here.
Yeah, Ryan's coming through very strongly to challenge Conor Massey, Keir Edgar and Alexander Harris. This is a cracking finish here. It's still advantage, I think, with Ryan Robertson. Here comes Alexander Harris. Alexander Harris in 3 is going to take that. Ryan Robertson, Keir Edgar. Well, that might be a little of a turn up there, Ian. 59.06.
Yeah, I don't think we were expecting that from Alexander Harris to win it. I mean, he's entered on a 58.5, so we knew he had the potential, but to overturn Massey and Keir Edgar, he'll be delighted with that. Good swim from Ryan Robertson to take the silver, and Keir Edgar there with the bronze.
Alexander Harris at 59.06, just 600ths outside the existing record from Chris McComb some 4 years ago. So in accordance with the usual protocol, we swim 3 and present 3. So I'll just pull up the results so we know exactly who's medaling in that one. So you can see at the top end our officials making way for the athletes to get medals for that first event that we've just seen. So the first set of presentations, Catherine Riley, partner at Brodies, is doing these for us. The bronze medalist from James Gillespie's is David Kernahan. So David getting presented. You can see he swims at the One Bass Club. Ryan King. I think Ryan is Glen Rotha's base swimmer. And from that lane 6, 2019 Scottish Schools champion from Elgin is Lucas Brown. And the obligatory caps handed out to the 3 medalists. I always think that's a nice touch, Ian. You make the podium and you walk away not just with a medal but with a cap. It's a lovely memento.
Aye, it's always nice if you can offer a little prize as well as the medal.
So that's the first one down. We now go on to the 15-16-year-olds. So, Keir Lumsden, Money Fife in Tayside, bronze medalist. Jack Munsey, Kinross is our silver medalist, and 2019 Scottish Schools champion, Brodies, from St Aloysius, 58.73, a new championship record for Mark Ford.
Really excellent swim that from Mark Ford, knocking it 1.5 seconds off the previous record, so he didn't just sneak it, he was well inside.
You can see Mark's not exactly the biggest of the 3.
No, it shows you that skills and technique is the overriding factor, to be honest. It's not just about height. Height can be an advantage, no doubt, but if you don't have the speed and the skills to go with it, then you can come up short against someone who does have that ability.
So the last presentation, 17 to 19-year-olds. So the bronze medalist from Dollar Academy, Keir Edgar.
As we mentioned, swims here in Glasgow, attends the Glasgow School of Sport, and Keir, he's from Falkirk. Back to the racing, 200-metre butterfly.
So we have the field. Sarah Gormley, Burramuir in 0. Rachel Maguire, St Matthews goes in 1. Millie Donaghy from Uddingston goes in 2. 3, Emma Seller from Mackey Academy. 4, Stella McCarty, St Columbus. 5, Yuki Folds, Taylor High. Robin Dixon from George Heriot's. 7, Jessica Sprout from Stranraer Academy. Emma Finlay, Musselburgh in 8, and Emma Connell from DL in 9. Stella McCarty, 2:45.49, 2:45.50. Yuki Folds, another swimmer who swims here, Ian. So let's see how they go. A good start in lane 4 from Stella. Also well there, Emma Finlay in lane 8. Swimmer in 4, Stella McCarty, I think with the advantage so far, Ian.
Well, she's shot off to a huge start down the first length here. Already about 3 meters up, but lane 8 is actually going very well as well. That's Emma Finlay from Musselburgh. Oh, in fact, Emma Finlay has got the touch at the halfway, at the first 50. 33.5 from Stella's 33.8. But these are 3 seconds clear of anyone else.
Oh, she actually did a 2:49.39 at the Nationals some time ago. She's in at 2:57, so she's going very strongly down the second stretch. To be fair, as is Stella McCarty, West District champion, also did a 2:41.48 recently. And at the moment they're well clear, Ian.
Yeah, these two girls are now 5 meters ahead. And Emma Finley's turning first at 100, 1:13.7, ahead of Stella at 1:16, and then it's actually pretty close between everyone else. Out there in lane 1, Sarah Gormley from Boroughmuir, and the Warren de Baths Club going well. She's in 3rd place.
That was a smidgen over 40 seconds. If she can maintain another couple of 40s, that would bring her in nicely, just a little bit over the 2:30. I say she's in at 2:57, a PB of 2:49. She looks as though she's pulling further and further away, Ian. She's just turning now with 1 length to go, and she's pulled a clear of Stella, now 3 seconds up on Stella McCarty. So if she can hold on here, and it looks like she's holding her form, this is going to be a great swim from Emma Finlay. Looking potential at a time maybe a little bit over the 2:40 mark, and that would make it a little bit interesting for the next event. I know there's a few swimmers faster than that, but it's what you do in the pool. And Emma Finlay well clear of Stella McCarty.
I mean, she's doing everything she can here to lay down a standard for that final heat. Stella's coming back quite nicely now in the last 10 meters. I don't think she's going to catch Emma. Emma's going to get the touch here. It's 2:43.1 and then 2:44 from Stella. And in fact, lane 6 now coming through to 3rd place. That's Robin Dixon, and Yuki Folds takes 4th.
Cracking swim to take the best part of 6 and a bit seconds off that time at the Nationals, where she finished 8th. And at this early stage of the long course season, that's a cracking swim. So 8 of the girls in the next one are certainly faster on entry time, but they'll have their work cut out to ensure they're a few seconds faster. We have 2 or 3 under the 2:40 mark. So in heat number 2 we have Katie Campbell, West Hill Academy in 0, Ayumi Folds, Taylor High in 1, Chloe Barron, B-Slag in 2, Nicole Flynn, Cumbernauld in 3, Erin Taylor, Balweary in 4, Drew McKenzie, St Margaret's 5, Leah Hughes, Park Mains in 6, Redwood, Graham High in 7, Jessica Heaps, James Young High in 8, Ellie Armstrong, Laswade High in 9. A nice strong start from Drew McKenzie in 5, Ian.
Drew has gone off to the early lead here, ahead of Leah Hughes and Erin Taylor. Erin actually has the fastest ranking time coming into the event by 6 seconds, in fact, over Drew, but Drew has taken charge of this race.
Leah Hughes probably about body length further back. Erin Taylor in that orange cap in 4 now, just getting into her stride here, at about 3 meters back on Drew Mackenzie from St Margaret's Youth Development Squad member, winner of the summer meet and winner at Nationals. Erin Taylor, the East District champion. Well, she's gone it very strongly at halfway with 3 or 4 metres advantage.
Yeah, 109 is a good split for Drew there. Anyone who goes out 109 should be looking around the 230 mark for the finishing time. Drew looks like she's now starting to pull away a little bit from Erin Taylor, who's in a clear second ahead of Nicole Flynn in lane 3 in 3rd place.
Certainly going through the gears here, Drew Mackenzie going very sweetly down the penultimate 50, as you see, Ian. Looks as though she's pulling further and further away.
Yeah, it's a smooth technique she's got. She's got a nice rhythm to her stroke. Just getting the hips up and the feet up to keep that rhythm going. No doubt getting tired now, but she swam that length in just under 40 seconds, so she's on 149. If she holds that pace, she can go 229. However, Erin Taylor's starting to claw back some of this lead now, and it's down to about 2 meters now.
This race is certainly on, 20 or so to go. She still has a commanding advantage, but that is being eaten into. Still a good body length clear. It's tightening up with around 10 to go. Advantage still with Drew. Erin's finishing like a train. Drew Mackenzie, Erin Taylor, this is the tight one. Erin might just have got up. Well, she did indeed, 2:30.94. That's how you win races, Ian.
Yeah, I mean, she did really well there. Erin Taylor coming back and showing great strength and determination down that final 50 metres to, it wasn't until the very last stroke where she got her hands ahead of Drew on the finish, showing you how important those finishes are. Drew just not hitting the wall quite as hard as Erin did, and Erin took the gold. Drew, no doubt, probably still pretty happy with her silver medal and her time of 2:31 there. And 3rd place was Chloe Barron.
Cracking swim. She finished very strongly to take 3rd place, and only 13, so she has a shot at it next year. Our 2 girls both 14. Cracking race to get us underway with our butterfly. So the 15-16 year olds, our first heat. Let's cut up a little bit. In lane 0 we have Kate Cassidy from Dice Academy 1, Anna Reid from Nairn Empty Lane in 2, Eve Mayer from Grange Academy in 3, Amy Ash Straven in 4, Holly Simpson Oldmacher in 5, 6 Catherine Brody Meldrum Academy, 7 is in Empty Lane Susan Kernahan from James Gillespie's in 8, Lisa Carroll Cardinal in 9. In fact, we do indeed have a swimmer, I think it's Leah Hefferman from Taylor High School, who has slotted in lane 7 as the reserve, so very important for these girls to turn up, and it's great to see Leah get a swim. So 2:35 through to 2:44, a very strong start. Catherine Brody in 6, Ian, I think she is going to take the first 50.
Yeah, down in 31.9 from Catherine Brody on the first 50. It's a strong first 50. Can she keep that going though? That looks like a powerful first 50. It'd be hard to keep it going, but she's looking really good. Also going well is Holly Simpson in lane 5. She looks very smooth right here. And Amy Ash and Eve Mayer also in lanes 4 and 3 are right up there as well.
Yes. So still the advantage with Catherine. Holly Simpson not that far behind. Those two have pulled away at the moment. Still 100 to go. 1:11.41, just over a second, Ian.
Yeah, Catherine, just as you say, 1 second ahead, but now she had the better turn. But Holly Simpson looks like she's up to her work rate as we go down this third 50, starting to close that gap a little bit. Maybe Catherine is just tying up a little, starting to feel fatigued in the 200 fly, as you would expect. But it's really all about who can hold their stroke the best and maintain their form and energy down this third and then down the final 50 meters. Into the turn with 1 length to go, and these two girls are dead together now, on turning at 1:51, and we promises to be a good race in the final length.
Again, a slightly better turn there, Ian, for Catherine out there. It was a second, but there's not much in it now. Holly Simpson beginning to just almost draw level with 20 or so to go. This is another tight finish, and it looks as though Holly's just getting herself ahead. Or is she? Catherine just beginning to get going again. Catherine was just overhauled, but I think she's just going to do enough, Ian.
Yeah, she's fought very hard and she's held on really well, Catherine Body. 2:32.4. It's an excellent swim. That's 5 seconds quicker than her entry time, so she's going to be really happy with that. Holly Simpson also swimming really well at 2:33.03, well inside her entry time. Both girls quite well clear of the rest of the field.
Yeah, Holly Simpson 2:35.41 at the summer meet some 6 months ago, so 2:33.03, 2.5 second improvement. At 3:02.67, you see on the screen Leah Hefferman getting a reserve swim. So that's our first heat underway. Second heat has Laura Frizzell from Gala Academy in 0, Rachel Grant, Garnock Academy in 1, Dale McDade, Mary Erskines in 2, Anya Schlesser, Coates Academy 3, Lucy Grieve, Mark College goes in 4, Catherine Bailey, Kilgraston 5, Lauren Patterson, Shawlands Academy 6, Lauren Chalmers, Eastwood High 7, Iona Wilson, Lastwood High in 8, Rebecca Ogier from Hutchison in 9. Well, Lucy Grieve in the 100 broke the championship record. Let's see if she can achieve that in this one. Big ask, 2:19.25, that record held by Tane Bruce. She's in it at 2:19.20, so we never know. She has been improving steadily over the last 6 months, getting faster and faster, Lucy, and gone off to a good start already, Ian, with Catherine Bailey in 5, and in 3 Anya Schlesser. Lucy Grieve with the advantage.
Yeah, we've got several of Scotland's best up-and-coming butterfly swimmers in this heat here, of which Lucy is one of the more outstanding ones. Very good at the 100, like you say. Swims for the South Ayrshire Club, coached by Byron Sturker down there in South Ayrshire, and gone out smoothly down the first 50. She's just in the lead, but it's not far ahead of Anya Schlesser and Lauren Patterson, and also Catherine Bailey just behind them. 4 of them in a line here as we come in with 15 to go on this first 100.
Certainly don't discount Lauren Patterson. She was the runner-up at the schools last year, and she was the early leader at the 50. I think she's still going to be the leader at the halfway mark, just ahead of Lucy.
All 108.34,
108.50.
Yeah, all touching in 108 there, so it's anyone's race here. Who's saved enough energy down the first 100 to maintain it the best in the second 100? That's what it's all about in the 200 fly. Not using up your energy in those first 2 lengths. Now pushing on hard down the third 50, and it looks like Lucy Grieve and Lauren Patterson are the 2 who are doing that to best effect at the moment.
Anya Schlesser and Catherine Bailey, oh, they're still there, just dropping back that little bit. And we certainly have a race on, Ian. 300s, 145.88, 45.91. Advantage still with Lauren. Yeah,
Lauren just turned ahead, but now Lucy's showing commitment down this final 50. She's gone in front now. Can she hold that onto that, or can Lauren come back at her? And Catherine Bailey's putting in a strong finish, has taken a cleared 3rd place. I don't think she's going to catch these 2 though. And Lucy it is who's coming forward, but it's still very close.
Well, that meet record not in danger, 2:19.25, but it's all about winning, and she's doubled up again with the 100 and 200. Lucy Grieve 2:23 dead. Lauren Patterson 2:24.37 takes 2nd place. 3rd place Catherine Bailey 2:27.54. Very impressive swim for both Lucy and Lauren there, Ian.
Yeah, I think they're going to be happy with that one. I mean, it's not necessarily as quick as their entry times, but like I say, that was all about racing there. There's 4 girls together and putting in a great race for the crowd here, and Lucy was the one who came out on top. Okay, moving on to the final 200 butterfly of the evening. This is the girls 17 to 19 years final.
And Ellie Monk, St Margaret's in 0, Beth Gordon, Prestwick in 1, Lucy Robertson, George Herritt's in 2, Yvonne Brown, Calderside in 3, Yasmin Perry, Oldmacher in 4, Serena Guaram, Bearsden Academy in 5, Amy Richardson, Kelso High in 6, Ella Johnson, Inverurie Academy 7, and Lisa Miller, Mearns Castle in 8. Now, Yasmin Perry, very impressive, taking 3 seconds off the 100 record. Yvonne Brown in 3. She also won the 200 breaststroke, so she is able to do a wide variety of strokes. Yvonne Brown, a good IM specialist as well. Yasmin Perry, probably 200 is her limit. Certainly very good on hundreds and 50s, but she's just upped the pace a little bit on the 200 now.
Yeah, it's interesting watching Yasmin swim the 200 here. Normally known for being really strong and fast on the 50s and the 100s. And interesting to see how she's going to cope with this 200. She's got out really strong, working really hard, putting in a challenge. Yvonne Brown real close to her though, just a second, half a second behind, 105 to 106. Then it's Serena Igwaram at 108.0 in 3rd place, the Glasgow swimmer. And
Yvonne Brown, she came through very strongly in the second half of the breaststroke, and she's coming through very strongly. I'm not surprised to see that. Always finishing strong, Yvonne Brown, and this is where Yasmin Perry will really find the pressure. Extremely good on the 50s and 100s, 3rd at nationals, but Yvonne Brown now strikes the front, 142.51. It's over a second in. A lot of could happen yet, but it looks good for Yvonne now.
Yvonne's going really well. Yasmin's just tied up a little bit. She's a strong fighter though. She's not going to give this up. And Serena Igwaram coming back a little bit in lane 5, but she's in a clear 3rd place behind Yvonne and Yasmin.
Yvonne Brown, West District champion, 6th at the British Championships, and she's going to be the Scottish Schools champion. She takes that pretty easily indeed. Yasmin Perry 2:18.26, 2:19.88. Serena 2:23.08 takes 3rd.
Yeah, excellent swimming from Yvonne Brown today. That's her 2nd gold medal, having won the 200 metre breaststroke earlier this morning. And Yasmin, I think, is going to be pretty happy also with the 2:19 long course swim to start off the season. And she really went for it. She took it out strong and tried to hold on, and she did hold on. And picking up the bronze medal is going to be Serena Igwaram at 2:23.08.
So now that concludes the first girls event. Again, it's presentations. Presentations this time being done by Shannon McClelland, the SASA Vice President. So the 3 girls in that age group just making their way over to the podium. There we have them. The bronze medalist from B-Slack is Chloe Barton. Silver medalist from St Margaret's, Drew McKenzie. A great finish in that one, Ian. 2019 Brodies Scottish Schools champion from Balwearie is Erin Taylor.
Yeah, really impressed with Erin's swim there. Just getting her hands past Drew on that last length. Good swimming from these girls.
So on to the 15-16-year-olds. Good swim there from Catherine Bailey. Hang on to that 3rd place. There's Catherine.
No, it's Brian.
from Kilgraston. Nice to see a happy smiling face, Ian.
Absolutely, and I think the swimmers should smile when they're on that podium. You know, they're celebrating their achievement, they should be happy.
Solon's Academy, Lauren Patterson, the silver medalist, and 2019 Brodies Schools champion from Mar College, Lucy Grieve.
Excellent swimming again. Never easy, the 200 metre butterfly long course at the start of the season. And those girls all put in a good performance.
So on to the one we've just seen, 17, 19-year-olds, Sina Uwaram from Bearsden Academy. As the Brodies president, Scott Haxton, keeps saying it's always smiling Serena. She's always got a smile on her face.
Serena does have a smile on her face. Even when she's swimming a 200 butterfly, Serena keeps a smile on her face.
Asmund Perry, silver medalist from Old Macker, and the Brodies 2019 Scottish Schools champion from Calderside. Medal 2 of the day, Yvonne Brown. Well done, Yvonne. And there's nothing over. Absolutely nothing over, but it's all technique, it's quality that she gets when she gets in that water. I'm sure Andy Figgins will be delighted with what she's done today.
Yeah, Andy and her coach there at East Kilbride, I think we're very happy with their performances today.
So I've just been advised, Ian, we should have 2 heats of boys 13, 14 butterfly, but as you can see, they've combined it all. Isaac Chirnside and Varuri goes in 0. Andrew Lawson in 1 from Edensdale.
Have to follow that.
Kyle Mitchell is in 2 from Inverurie. Just tidy that up. There we have it. Isaac Chirnside, Inverurie Academy 0. Andrew Lawson, Edenside in. Kyle Mitchell, Inverurie. Goes in runoff. Kyle Mitchell. Kyle Mitchell, Inverurie.
Take your marks.
Your sound's not coming through here now.
If you can hear us, pass over to Ian. So Kyle Mitchell, Inverurie Academy in 2, Andrew Brody, Hazelhead 3, Tom Robertson, Aberdeen Grammar in 4, Ben McLaughlin, Robert Gordon's College 5, Scott Fleming, Straven in 6, High in 7, Bailey McGinley, Brazier High in 8, and Bigger High in lane 9.
Oh, it's actually not.
So apologies, perhaps slight teething problems with the PA. I think we're back in. After a very strong start in lane 6. Scott Fleming from Straven. 1:12.18. He's got second and a half on Andrew Brody.
Yeah, he's going really well. There's 3 boys in a line though for that, fighting out for the other places at the moment. Lane 1, Andrew Lawson, lane 3, Andrew Brody, and lane 4, Tom Robertson. They're all going very well. But lane 6, Scott Fleming, well clear at the moment.
We talked about Andy Figgins and his team at East Kilbride. Scott Fleming, based up there. Looks like he's got this one at the moment well under control. Still 50 to go.
Yeah, he's going really well. especially as he's only 13 in this 13-14 age group.
Still coming back at him though is in lane 4, Tom Robertson. Between those two, Tom Robertson now beginning to get into second, third gear, fourth gear, and upping the pace is Tom Robertson from Scott Fleming now. And you can see the picture with Scott Fleming really motoring, and he's going to have to settle for second place. Tom Robertson takes that from Scott Fleming. Very close for third place. Just be in lane 3. Andrew Brodie, who snatches third by about half a second from Andrew Lawson. So Tom Robertson off that final turn in came through very strongly. 2:31.80, 2:33.04 for Scott. Third place, 2:37.08, Andrew Brodie.
Yeah, you've got to say Tom Robertson paced that race to perfection. He was smooth down the first 150 metres, then powered his way down that last 50 to take the win, overtaking Scott Fleming as he did so. Great effort from him, but also Scott Fleming's doing really well to pick up that silver medal much quicker than his entry time, so he's going to be delighted with that.
2:33.04 for Scott Fleming. Recently 2:36.80 West District, so a big improvement in that for the 13-year-old. So the 15-16s, we do indeed have two heats. Robbie McFarlane, Colton SN0, Gabriel Quinn, George Watson's in 1, Finlay Hay, Queen Anne in 2, Brodie Hood, Johnson High School 3, Ben Montgomery, Dollar Academy 4, Kieran Shenser from Portlethen in 5, Thomas Coates and Almond in 6, Logan Ward, Robert Gordon's College 7, Ewan Moffat, Bathgate Academy 8, Alistair Weir, Paisley Grammar in 9. 2:30 to 2:39 in this one. Pretty good start in lane number 6 Ian. Thomas Coates and Almond also over in 1. Gabriel Quinn from George Watson's.
Yeah, they've got off to a good start here. All the boys look to be trying to keep their strokes long and smooth down this first 50, which is really important in this 200 metre butterfly. Keeping it smooth, powerful strokes, but not overexerting yourself, and trying to take that first 50 relatively comfortably, and then starting to build your power and effort down this second length.
Thomas Coates 6th at the Nationals and 2nd at East Districts. He hasn't done he did a 2:24 way back at the Nationals in here at a 2:32. At the moment, he has a good body length advantage.
Coming through in lane 4, Ben Montgomery, he's starting to pick up a good second 50 from him. Gabriel Quinn in lane 1 still in that third position. Now can we see Ben Montgomery start to challenge Thomas Coates now as we go down this third 50. Thomas still has about 3 metres advantage. Starting to look a little bit tired, and Ben's looking strong, but he's still got some work to do.
Ben Montgomery, East District champion in the 15-year-old age group, and Thomas Coates, East District runner-up in the older age group, the 16-year-old age group, and he's still got a good advantage in of that final turn, 1:46.
Yeah, 2 strokes and 1.8 seconds ahead here. Thomas Coates as he enters the final 50, and Ben is still challenging. He's holding his stroke together, he's keeping his kick going, keeping the stroke long and smooth. That's what you've got to do on the 200 butterfly. Don't shorten up the stroke, keep it long in the final 25 and hold on to your pace.
Thomas Coates still maintaining that pace in. Ben Montgomery coming back, but he's not got enough water to get up and catch her victory as Thomas Coates maintains a pretty good last 50.
Yeah, just both boys were clearly very tired in the final 10 metres there, and Ben just ran out of steam. He was catching, but he just couldn't keep it going to catch Thomas all the way down that final 50. 2:24 and 2:26 though, they're going to be really happy with that. Thomas, that's like 8 seconds quicker than his entry time, and Ben 4 seconds quicker than his entry time, so they'll be delighted.
Very much on what he did back at Nationals, Thomas Coates, so good to see him maybe recapturing form from almost a year ago.
Back in the water now in this final heat of the 15-16 race is Mark Ford. We saw him break the 100-meter backstroke record a few minutes ago, and we're now going to see if he can challenge the record in the 200-meter butterfly. The record stands at 2:09.65 from Ryan Brown, who was swimming for Kelso at the time, but is now one of Mark's teammates at the City of Glasgow.
So we have Jason English from George Watson's in 0. Aaron Gray, St Columbus 1. Matthew Gordon, Belmont Academy 2. Ethan Brown, Forfar Academy 3. Mark Ford, St Aloysians in 4. Fraser Kelly, Largs Academy 5. Kerr Lumsden, Monifief 6. Bryce Potter, Dumfries High 7. Cameron Alexander, Stuart Smilville in 8. Cameron Creaney, St Maurice's in 9. And Mark Ford 2:10.96. As Ian says, Ryan Brown 2:09.65. He's got to find it over a second and a bit. It's not beyond him after that super swim earlier on in the 100.
I mean, he is the favourite here, but we shouldn't discount Fraser Kelly, swimming for Largs in lane 5. He's also a very good 200-meter butterfly swimmer, and you can see it's the two of them going down this first 50 together. Fraser with a lovely rhythmical stroke there, getting great undulation in the stroke, and he's actually taken the lead as we approach the wall.
Fraser third in this event last year. Mark won this, so was two very well clear at this early stage. 28 dead, 29.06. So as you say, Fraser has taken it out very strongly in the first 50.
And he's looking really powerful, but Mark's holding on. I would expect Mark to swim this first 100 quite comfortably, and also hold it down the third 50, then try and put a big spurt on down the final 50 meters. And it depends whether Fraser's going to pull too far away from him before that happens. Going well in lane 1 is Aaron Gray. He's in third place at 1:04, and also Bryce Proctor in lane 7 is going well. Now Mark's starting to make his move on Fraser down this third 50.
This is where it becomes interesting with that gap. Certainly less than half of what it is, and if anything, Mark Ford almost upsides with 50 to go. It's all about keeping the stroke going and building in the second half, and Mark Ford certainly seems to be doing that, Ian.
And he got a much better turn than Fraser. He was round the wall really quickly, and he's done Mark's into the lead, but you know, it's still a 200-meter butterfly, and anything can happen on the final 50. Mark's now got about a body length clear, and he appears to be going ahead.
And Ethan Brown perhaps coming through into third, but it's all about Mark Ford taking this one. 2:09.65. Let's keep an eye. We've got about 4 seconds to get there. I think that's the second of the night. Mark Ford 2:08 dead. That was a cracking swim, Ian.
That was really good, and I think just a slightly shoddy finish there cost him a 2:07, finishing on 2:08.00 with a little bit slow on that final stroke, not hitting the wall that hard. It could have been a 2:07, but 2:08.00 is a great swim for Mark, and taking down his teammates' record set back in 2016.
Cracking swim from Mark. So if he has a bash at it next year, he's only going to find 0.7 to take the 17 to 19-year-old record. That's a 2:07.31. So Mark Ford looking very good this evening, Ian.
Yeah, he's done really well today.
Our 17-19-year-old event is Jack Bell from Mearns Castle in 0. Robert Allen, Arbroath High in 1. Mark Devlin, Cardinal 2. Rory Young, Royal High in 3. Fraser Wilson, Pennycook High in 4. Tom Jeffers, Glenowand in 5. Mark Innes, Balerno in 6. Cole Price, Strathallan in 7. Matt Riley, also Strathallan in 8. So 2:11. Fraser Wilson fastest on entry time by about 3 seconds, and senior bronze squad member has gone out very strongly, Fraser.
Yeah, he's must be the clear favourite here with those entry times, and he's set about it down very well down the first 50 at 28.89. Looking quite smooth. The other boys are all in the line right now, and we'll wait and see if anyone is going to challenge Fraser in this as we come down the first 100.
He's actually the national champion. Last year, the 16-year-old, of course, he's up to the 17-18s at Scottish Nationals next couple of months. Going very nicely indeed, second at the schools last year to
now Cole Price and Mark Innes are going well in lanes 7 and 6. Cole swims for Strathallan, and this isn't even his best event, but it's more of a breaststroker, but he's going well here in the 200 fly. Strathallan, one of the top swimming programs in terms of schools in the country. And Mark Innes from swimming, well, he swims for the Warren de Bath Club, but here representing Bologna High School. He's going well, and in lane 3 coming into it now is Rory Young as well.
This looks good at the moment for Fraser Wilson, 1:37.77, some 2.5 seconds clear of Mark Innes and Cole Price. It's still 25 to go, but you can't see past Fraser Wilson in the end.
No, Rory Young's coming strong. He's in second place and gaining, but I don't think he's going to get there. Mark Innes is holding on strong for the 3rd place. Those look like that looks like the order, but Fraser has got this as we come into the final 5 meters. He touches first.
2:13.80, Rory Young 2:16.21, Mark Innes 2:17.78. So as these swimmers know one another pretty well, swimming East District. Fraser now moved over to swim with the Warren de Bath Club, Rory with the Heart of Midlothian, as you see Ian. Mark Innes based at Warner. So there's the result on your screen.
Yeah, it was a good race, that. Credit to Fraser Wilson for taking it on and holding on all the way despite the Rory Young finishing strongly. Back to the presentations.
So the first set of presentations, the 13-14-year-olds. And Shannon McClelland, Vice President, doing these presentations for us. So the swimmers just getting ready. Camera crew just getting ready to get the 3 boys in camera in a moment or so. Just clearing the decks from that last event. Someone's just making our way off poolside. I think we're just about ready to go.
Stop that.
Swimmers just waiting for everyone to get ready. Looks like we're good to go now, Ian.
So the 13-14 medals. They're walking out now.
There we go, and Andrew Brody, the bronze medalist from Hazelhead Academy. Silver medalist from Strath Stephen Academy is Scott Fleming. And 2019 Brodies Scottish Schools champion from Aberdeen Grammar, Tom Robertson. Nice, as we said, Ian, nice swim from Tom to come through strong on that last 50 or so.
He did very well, yeah. He's got a nice stroke too. Swims up there in Aberdeen. Got a good programme there. With a nice technique, maybe he can take that forward in the years ahead and become one of the top butterflies in the country.
So I'll move on to the 15-16-year-olds. So our bronze medalist is Ethan Brown from Academy.
Yeah.
Silver medalist from Largs is Fraser Kelly. And the 2019 Brodies Scottish Schools champion in another championship record, that's two this evening, St Lucius, is Mark Ford, 2:08 dead, taking 1.65 off Ryan Brown's old record.
That was a really good swim from Mark Ford. I'm very impressed with that 2.80 today. It was 2.11 last week, I think, in Geneva when he swam the 200 fly, so he's going to be delighted with that performance. Not always thought of as a 200 metre butterfly swimmer, but he's coming on very nicely at that event.
So Martinez, bronze medalist from Balerno in the 17-18-year-old age group. Silver medalist from Royal High School is Rory Young. And the 2019 Brodies Scottish Schools champion from Pennycook High is Fraser Wilson.
Yeah, there's no good 200 metre butterfly race. All three of those boys, as you say, swimming through in Edinburgh.
Fraser just recently moved from his primary club, Midlothian, and now swims the last couple of months. He's moved into Warner full time, so
yeah.
Maybe to start extra training, we'll just give him that additional impetus. It was pretty good in this one here.
Working with Costas there, Costas, the lead coach of the performance squad at Warrender, is coaching both those guys, and you'd expect them to keep moving forward. But also Rory Young, got a good coach himself in Phil Potter. Absolutely. And Phil used to be one of the best 200 metre butterfly swimmers in the UK, so he knows all about that event to help Rory along his way in the future.
Yeah, of course, he's, as you know, Ian, he's got Kiana McInnes that has now moved to Pastures New, that has been flying the last couple of years.
Yeah. But we're on to the freestyle now, 100 metre freestyle. Some exciting hundreds coming up.
Danny McLean, Lochaber in 0, Amy Bell, Pennycook High in 1, Darcy Brown, High School Dundee 2, Beth Wilson, Airdrie Academy 3, Emma DeVette, James Young High 4, Lucy Brown, St Aloysius in 5, Natalie Bryce, Fraserburgh Academy 6, Lucy Clark, High School Dundee 7, Charlene Hart, Glasgow Academy 8, Jane McMillan, Goldness 8-9, 104s to 106s Ian. Good start at 4, Emma did.
Good swim from Beth.
Good swim, yes indeed.
104.79, just inside her entry time of 105, so that's an excellent performance.
Second place, Lucy Brown, 105.94. Natalie Bruce, 106 in third place. This could be very interesting and open.
Yeah, this promises to be a very close race.
Kate Carruthers from George Watson's in 0, Catriona Stewart, Hermitage in 1, Jenna Cole, Bellshill 2, Kerry Gillespie, Robert Gordon's College 3, Drew Mackenzie, St Margaret's 4, Saskia Wade, Glasgow Academy 5, Elise Cousins, Colsby in 6, Tasha Simpson, Edinburgh Academy 7, Rada McGregor, Hull High School 8, and Natalie Marshall, Whitburn Academy was in lane 9. Lane 5 perhaps, Saskia Wade.
Really good start from Saskia, good dive, underwater phase, and came up in a clear lead. She's taken it into the turn here, but it's pretty close between her and Elise Cousins and Drew Mackenzie. It's all about who can hold on now in this final 50. Can you hold the stroke? Can you keep the leg kick going? And Drew is starting to challenge Saskia. It's going to be close in this final 25.
Still Saskia, Drew Mackenzie, Elise Cousins, those three. It's Drew Mackenzie making inroads onto that advantage Saskia Wade has. Saskia Wade pulling out all the stops in the last 5 metres. Saskia takes it, Drew Mackenzie second. Elise Cousins just hanging on to third place.
Not far away.
59.84. Well, it's just about 0.4 off the championship record. That stood for 12 years. It's going to stand another year longer. nevertheless, 59.84 super swim there from Saskia.
Yeah, I think that's the first time Saskia has dipped under the 1 minute in the long course, 100 metre free. So doing that and winning the gold medal is going to make her pretty happy, I think.
To the 15, 16-year-olds.
Take your marks.
Can we do it?
Amy Allen, Monifif in 0, Esther Jimison, Eastwood High in 1, Elspeth Roper, Elston High 2, Ellie Palmer, Graham High 3, Anna de Grossa, Gala in 4, Rebecca Schluven, George Herrids 5, Katie Hay, Grant in 6, Eva Alguera in 7, Douglas Summer-Innes, Whitburn Academy 8, Gourley from St Paul's goes in lane 9, Anna de Grossa from Gala Academy going very strongly in the middle lane, Ian.
Yeah, it's her from lane 2. Elspeth Roper also going very well, and down in lane 7 in lane 7 it's Eva Alquero. So close race again, but lane 4 is going to take this one. Anna de Grossa 101.49 for the first place there. Excellent swim from her, as well as second and third going to Elspeth Roper and Eva Alquero, but also down in lane 9, Erin Gurley coming through very well for fourth place with a 103.75.
Swam pretty strongly a week or two back at the East District, so nice to see her take that first heat. 101.49. Final of those two heats coming up is Kira Rennie in 0 from George Watson. Lisa Dons Lusnar from Balweary in 1, Blythe Brown, High School Dundee 2, Jenna McLean, Lochaber in 3, Emma Russell, Woodmill High School 4, Morgan Anderson, Grove Academy 5, Natalie Jones, Basswade High 6, Alicia Bain, Meldrum Academy in 7, Kirsty McNair, Lindsay in 8, Rebecca Braid, Mill High School was in lane number 9, and a very strong start there in 4 from Emma Russell. Ian?
Yeah, we'd expect Emma to take this race really. She was swimming for Scotland last week out in Geneva, swam very well there, 57.6 I think she swam, and she's turned here at 28.2, 1 second clear of lane 5 Morgan Anderson, who's also a very good swimmer herself. But Emma, again from that Heart of Midlothian Club in Edinburgh, coached by Phil Potter, looks very strong here, doesn't look like anyone can catch her. Going well in lane 1 is Lusna Neza Dolenci. She's in for a battle for the medals, but Emma's going to take it.
Natalie Jones, Elisa Bain, well there. It was in fact second place. Natalie Jones 1:00.78, 1:00.87, 59.69 for Emma Russell at the minute. Well, a little bit slower as you say. 57.64 last week in Geneva.
Yeah, it was outstanding swim last week. We just couldn't reach up to that again today, but still took the gold medal, so she's going to be happy with that. Well, just one heat.
Gemma McLeod, Wallace High in 0, Victoria Duncan St Mungo's in 1. In lane 2 we have an empty lane, Hannah Young in 3, Queen Margaret, Sophie Smith, Arbroath High in 4, Isla Budge, Nicholson Institute 5, Jenna Gilmore, Hamilton Grammar 6, Oye Orbell from Cooks Academy 7, Fair Bannerman, Perth Academy 8, Sophie Jenkins, Otteradam in lane number 9. Sophie Smith issued in the 200 after a cracking start in this one, Ian, 27.70.
Yeah, one of Scotland's top freestyle swimmers of any age, Sophie, one of our top senior athletes now, even though she's still in the age group section. There's not going to be any surprise to see her win this. It's really a matter of how fast can she go today and who's going to pick up the silver and bronze.
Hannah Young and Isla Budge perhaps second and third, but this is Sophie Smith's race by some margin. She looks very relaxed, Ian. Pretty effortless. 58.31, rather, and that's the third one of the evening. That's another new meet record 58.56 15 years ago. Jenny Kilgallen from Dundee High School, so it stays in the Tayside and just moves up the coast a wee bit to Arbroath. Sophie Smith 58.35, so that's 2 championship records for Sophie to go with the 200 this afternoon. She did a 2:04 a bit, a couple of seconds faster than she was. She held that meet record for 200. She did that last year. So we have not just a coach doing presentations, but the Brodies Schools President, Scott Haxton, who will be delighted to present to one of his swimmers later on. Scott, lovely guy, and does pretty well for his club up in Arbroath. Ian?
Yeah, the coach of Sophie Smith, who we just saw win that final 100-metre freestyle there, doing a great job coaching her and many other swimmers. But our first presentation here for the 13-14-year-olds.
A bronze medalist, Golspie's Elise Cousins. Silver medalist from St Margaret's, Drew McKenzie. And the 2019 Brodies Scottish Schools champion from Glasgow Academy, Saskia Wade.
Yeah, it's an excellent swim from Saskia. Very good at the sprint event, Saskia, especially the freestyle. Had a good short course season, and she's now looking to see if she can carry that on as we pick up the long course events.
She'll be busy next weekend at West Districts here, I'm sure, Ian.
She should be, yeah, with the 50s and some of the 200s next weekend. And swims here, as I say, with coached by Danielle Brayson, my assistant coach here in Glasgow. Doing a great job with a lot of her squad. On to the 15-16-year-olds. The gold medal being presented to Emma Russell.
Yeah, Emma Russell from Woodhill High School is the Brodies 2019 Scottish Schools champion. We have a few teething problems here. Morgan Anderson from Grove Academy, silver medalist. And Alicia Bain from Meldrum Academy.
Natalie Jones.
Sorry, Natalie Jones, last weight high, is the silver medalist. Alicia Bain, the bronze medalist. Emma Russell, gold medalist. So our last presentation for the 100 free are 17 to 19-year-olds. Bronze medalist from the Houston Institute, Zyla Budge. Silver medalist from Queen Margaret, Anna Young.
Yeah, excellent performance from Sophie. Also good to see these other clubs represented up there, like you say. South Ayrshire on the podium again there. Doing a great job, that club. Lots of great swimmers. Over to the boys, 100-metre freestyle. Again, we're looking forward to some exciting races here, starting with the 13-14-year-olds, heat number 1.
Can Hampton Raya from George Watson's in 0. Gear van der Meulen from Stirling High in 1. Matthew Dewar in 2 from Beath. Fraser Bear, Locaire in 3. Bjorn Muirhead, Harris Academy 4. Sam Sabharha from Hutchison in 5. Nathan van der Broek in Berkeering in 6. Andrew Lost, Edenside in 7. Nathan Sanger from Mintlaw in 8. Daniel Ritchie, Bolton High in 9.
Take your marks.
All in the sort of 104, 105 range for most of them. Strong start from Sam Sabawal in 5, Ian.
Yeah, he's got off to a great start. Already a body length up after 25 metres. Going well also in lane 7. Andrew Lawson swinging for Edenside. But Sam Sabawal in lane 5 is going to turn first here at 50 metres.
So he split 29.02. It's
well,
second over that far side, and Hampton Via going well.
yeah, lane 1 going very well for the boy from Watson's in Edinburgh. But lane 5 still has this, but it's not. Lane 1, Cian is not too far behind.
Still got a good advantage coming with just under 5 to go. Just over 5 to go. Sam's just going to hold him, I think. Sam takes that. Sam Sabahara.
Yeah, good swing, well inside there. Entry times, Cian Hampton Brahia knocking off almost 6 seconds from his entry of 107, going down to 101. But Sam Sabawal taking that one at 101.14, setting the target for this second and final heat.
On to heat number 2, Finn Birkin from Wallace High in 0, Luke Hornsey, Ross High in 2, Nikita McLean, Queensferry in 3, Ray Sutherland, Thursday 4, William Storer, Bankery 5, Duncan Young, Queen Margaret in 6, Seth Knox, Green Folds 6, Callum Peebles, Ross High 7, Russell Laker, Wade in 8, and Cameron Shaw, Lambert High in 9. Strong starts from William Storer and Duncan Young in 4 and 5.
Would expect those two boys to be the leaders here and take this race forward. They've got much quicker entry times than everyone else, so it's just a matter of really which of those two is going to be the stronger. And at the moment it's lane 5, Duncan Young, half a second up on William Storer. And now can they race down this final 50? Lane 3 also going well as Lewis Sutherland. He's in the bronze medal position right now, but it's a head-to-head battle in the middle between William Storer and Duncan Young.
Duncan Young just with the advantage, third at second at Nationals, fourth at Nationals with William, and it's still with Duncan, and just looks to be pulling away at the death. Second place William, and in third place in lane 3 is Lewis Sutherland. So Duncan Young takes that pretty easily at the end. He in 58.65, 59.45 for William. Lewis Sutherland 100.86.
Yeah, that's good swing from both those boys. But Duncan Young really showed how to perform 100 freestyle there, coming strong in that final 25 and holding his stroke and that kick all the way into the finish. Okay.
So first heat of the 15-16-year-olds, Angus Young, Alloa Academy in 0, Finlay Scott, George Watson's 1, Callum Agnew, Robert Gordon's College 2, Alex Thompson, Firhill High in 3, Zachary Kilbride, St Andrews in 4, Andrew Sutherland, Largs Academy in lane 5, Hamish McFarlane, Norman in 6, he's off to a good start here, Matthew Brown, Robert Gordon's in 7, Luke Doyle, Taylor High in 8, and Michael Strang, St Andrews in 9.
Yeah, lane 6 to Hamish McFarlane from Lomond. Very strong start from him. Lane 4 coming into it now as well. That's Kirkbright, Zachary Kirkbright from St Andrews, and it's Kirkbright that just has the lead, 1/100th ahead of McFarlane at the 10. Lots of boys still in this race though here, 6 or 7 in a line as we approach the final 25 metres.
Still I think Zachary with the slight advantage, Hamish McFarlane, those two still maintaining the advantage. Hamish McFarlane I think maybe just edging it, and Matthew Brown finishing like a train in 7. Hamish McFarlane from Zachary and I think Matthew Brown 58.28. Hamish McFarlane just wins by about half a second, 58.76, 59.25. That was a good finish for Hamish to pull away just at the last 15 metres.
Excellent close race. The top 6 there, all breaking the minute. So they're going to be happy with that performance as a long course swim. at the start of 2019. Okay, final heat of the 15-16s.
Kane McNellis, Clydeview in 0, Tony Anderson, Jordan Hill in 1, Elliot Miller, Grangemouth 2, Graham Beard, Blacair in 3, Ray McKinnon, Lindsay 4, Jimmy McGregor, Perth High School in 5, Miles Lapsley, James Young in 6, Lewis Hammond, Prestwick 7, Ryan Duncan, Monty Fife in 8, Archie Dixon, Glasgow School of Sport in 9. Very level start, Ian. Maybe just Jimmy McGregor in 5, but there's not a lot in it here.
Now there's some good boys who freestyle here, and it's hard to say who's really the favourite ahead of anyone else. 4 or 5 of them going into the turn together here. Lane 7 is looking really good. That's Lewis Hammond at 26.33, just behind Rory McKinnon, who's got the edge at 26.28, and Rory's now putting the leg kick in and coming into the lead, but it's all very close.
Rory McKinnon perhaps, Miles Lapsley in 6, it's those two just possibly pulling it ahead. Miles Lapsley flying at the end. Miles Lapsley's got this one under control. Miles Lapsley, Rory McKinnon, Graham Baird. Well, not quite, it was Graham Baird, Rory McKinnon, very much on the touch for the minor places, but Miles Lapsley, that was beautifully timed, that last 15 metres in, just to come through and take it away from the rest of the field.
And another good example of how to swim the 100-metre freestyle. Miles swims in West Lothian, coached by Gordon Glasgow, and great finish there. Last 25 really came strong, overtook everyone else, and finished well clear of the field in the end.
Nice to see him come back strongly. He's had his ups and downs last season, but Yuhang Chu from Strathallan in 0, Ryan Ferguson, Falkirk High in 1, Angus Nichol, Jordan Hill 2, Oscar Smiley, Kell Academy 3, Fraser Agnew, Robert Gordon's College 4, Maxwell Cattermole, Lathallan 5, Sonny Kennedy, Stuart Spelville 6, Jonathan Wong, Strathallan in 7, Joe Ewing, Stuart Spelville 8, and Adam Arkrum from St Leonard's in 9. Lane 5, lane 4 perhaps, Fraser Agnew from Roberts Gordon's.
Yeah, Fraser Agnew's been swimming really well in the last 6 months. He's come on a lot, and the 100-metre freestyle is probably his best event, and he's well clear now. He's had some really good short course performances and was swimming in Geneva last week as well, so he's well clear. Lane 2 looking good. That's Angus Nichol, one of the City of Glasgow swimmers, but it's close for the medals, but no doubt about the winner.
It's very strong finish there for Fraser, 52.37. As you see, Angus Nichol 53.87, and it was pretty close. Maxwell Cattermole 53.98 by 800s from Sonny Kennedy. Maxwell taking the one. So good swim from Fraser, 52.37.
Yeah, very close for the medals there. Good to see one of the Glasgow swimmers sneaking in for a silver. Angus Nichol, good performance from him. Coached by Danielle Brayson here at the City of Glasgow swim team, but it was very close, only a 1/10 of a second separating second down to 4th place there. And we're back on the presentations.
We are indeed. Still with Scott Haxton doing those presentations. So it's just clearing the decks on that last event, and our 13, 14-year-olds now making their way over to get the medal presentation. Bronze medalist from Beauclair, Fraser Baird. Silver medalist, George Watson's, Ian Hampton, Raya. And the 2019 Brodies Scottish Schools champion from Hutchison, Sam Sabarwal. The strong swim from Sam to take that. Swims locally in Rutherglen. The other two boys that have got silver and bronze are happier than Sam there. As we move on to the 15-16-year-olds. Rory McKinnon from Lindsay. Swims at Mulgine Bearsden, as you can see. He's the bronze medalist. Silver medalist. Clear. Graham Baird, he also swims pretty locally with Scotia. And 2019 Scottish Schools champion, Brodies Scottish Schools champion from James Young is Miles Lapsley.
Yeah, very good swim, like we said, from Miles Lapsley there. Swam that 100 metre freestyle extremely well. All looking happy for their photo.
And on to the 17 to 19-year-olds. So the bronze medalist, I think we're missing someone. Just hang on.
So waiting for Fraser.
And hopefully Fraser Agnew will appear in a moment. Slight delay. He's just getting his top on. I'll look down below. But, anyway, to the presentations, Maxwell Cattermole from Thallon. Bronze medal position. Angus Nichol, Jordan Hill. 2019 Brodies Scottish Schools champion.
Definitely in a rush, Fraser today.
So one more girls and one more boys event to finish this evening, Ian.
Yeah, the 200 IM now for the girls. Some interesting races in prospect here in the 200 medley, and then an exciting 100 metre breaststroke for the boys to finish us off.
So the girls just getting themselves ready for this one.
Nobody in lane 9, it looks like.
So Lucy Fleming from St Paul's goes in 0. Sophie Koviak, Bill Baxter in 1. Lucy Stokes, Perth High in 2. Lucy McNally, Prestwick 3. Anna Mackenzie from Meldrum in 4. Poppy McDonald in Barton in 5. Lauren Taylor, Bishop Briggs 6. Ella McDonald 7 from Inverness in 8. Danny McLean, Macaba. We have an empty lane in lane 9. So 241s to 245. So this could be a pretty tight one, Ian.
Yeah, and it's pretty tight in the middle at the moment between the 4 girls in the middle lanes. Lucy, Johanna, Poppy and Lauren.
Poppy, our latest addition to your squad, Ian.
Yeah, Poppy moved across to Glasgow a few weeks ago, a few months ago I should say, and not probably more known for her backstroke, so we might see her pushing strongly here in this length, and she is in the lead at the moment, but also just outside her Lauren Taylor, also going very well, another one of our Glasgow swimmers.
Sophie Jakowiak in 1, coming through quite strongly in backstroke as well, Ian, as is Miss McNally from Prestwick in 3.
Yeah, Johanna McKenzie slipped back a little bit. She had a good fly leg in lane 4, but we'll maybe see her come stronger on the breaststroke. Okay, Poppy and Lauren touch together, but Lauren had much the better turn around the wall, but Poppy's come up with a good push off, and they're together again as they go down the breaststroke.
Third place, Sophie Jakowiak over on the far side from where we are in lane 1. It's a pretty tight contest between the two girls in 5 and 6, Poppy and Lauren.
Yeah, they're doing really well here. especially Lauren in lane 6. Pushing very strong here on breaststroke. She's improving a lot at the moment, is Lauren.
Always nice to have someone up beside you to push you on, Ian. It helps, especially the breaststroke, which is the hardest of the 4 disciplines in this event.
Absolutely, and the 200 lends itself to great racing with the differences in the strokes and the changes in the order. But if these two can push themselves well down this final 50, they should be on for a good time. Also, still going well in lane 1 is Sophie Jaskowiak.
It's just the slight advantage with Poppy at the moment, but a little between the two. Nice scrap for the first heat. Poppy and Lauren still virtually stroke for stroke, Ian. Just kind of feel that Lauren's getting second wind here and just
coming up on it. It's very tight on the finish. Poppy trying to finish well, but Lauren's just going to take it. Oh, very close. Only 0.2 of a second. 2:41 for both girls. It's good swimming.
We'll both be pleased with that, Ian. 2:42, 2:41 entry times. Pretty well around their entry time at this early stage of the season.
Yeah, it sets them up nicely for their future events. Winning that first heat, they're probably not going to challenge the medals, but they should be going away feeling pretty happy with how they've performed tonight.
Nice swim, just over 2:44 for Sophie Jaskowiak, just a little bit outside her entry time, but a nice swim in lane 1. So our final heat: Mia Ferguson, Fernhill in 0, Caledonia Crossland, Pennycook High in 1, Leah Hughes, Park Mains 2, Ashley Merson, Deeds in lane 3, Elise Cousins, Golspie in 4, Isabel Wood, Dunblane in 5, Ella Stevenson, Goldbridge in 6, Jory Horn, Cathkin High 7, Liberty Blair, Wallace High 8, Lexi Anderson, St Joseph in 9. You half expect someone like Jory Horn in 7 to go out strongly in. Isabel Wood 5, looks as though she's got the advantage at the moment.
Yeah, and also Lexi Anderson in lane 9, the Dumfries swimmer from St Joseph's School, is going well. She's in 3rd place, but Isabel Wood takes the lead at the turn at 31.65 ahead of Ashley Merson in lane 3 and Lexi Anderson in lane 9.
Certainly Lexi Anderson going well outside lane. Advantage with Isabel Wood. Isabel, a swimmer that over the last year and a half has just been getting better and better. Certainly beginning to challenge at district level. Stirling based swimmer. And she's got a pretty commanding advantage at halfway in.
Yeah, she's about 4 meters clear of Lexi Anderson in lane 9 and in lane 4 Elise Cousins.
3.5 second advantage. Can all change as we know in breaststroke.
I mean, Elise Cousins has the fastest entry time at 2:32, but she's got a lot of work to do if she's going to catch Isabel Wood.
Isabel Wood still looks pretty strong, Ian. If they're going to challenge, they've got to make it pretty quick now. She's still 4 or 5 clear. If anything, holding that advantage might even be stretching away.
Yeah, she's well clear now, and barring anything disastrous going wrong, I can't see her getting beat, but it could be a very tight race for the medals with 3 girls in the line fighting it out for 2nd place.
Ashley Merson going nicely, as is Ella Stevenson to challenge off that final turn. 1:55.60. Ella Stevenson, Ashley Merson, Louise Cousins. It's all about minor places. That minor place for 2nd might be between Ashley Merson, Ella Stevenson, but clear, well clear, Isabel Wood. And nice to see Isabel get the reward for the hard work she's been doing the last couple of years. Yeah. Taking that. Lovely swim from her, 2:32. Ashley Merson, Livingston base swimmer, 2:35.34, 2:35.44. Ella Stevenson in 3rd place. So it swims at Bellshill with Scott Warnock. So, good spread of talent all over the country there, Ian.
Yeah, it was excellent swimming. I was really impressed with how Isabel Wood took that race on and pulled herself clear and just kept it going.
A little bit faster than the entry time, 2:32. So the 15-16-year-olds, Abby Fowler from St Joseph's in 0, Jessica Schultz, Granton in 1, Anna de Grossa, Gala Academy in 2, Summerin and Spitburn Academy in 3, Isla Yule, Bankery 4, Jacqueline McMillan, Glenwood 5, Sarah Cowan, Larbert High 6, Isla Walker, Vela Leith in 7, Rhea Stan, Kilmarnock in 8, Lexi Cochrane, Mearns Academy in 9. Well, 231 to 236. This could really go anywhere, but Jackie McMillan in lane 5 going very strongly. Glenwood now swimming over at Carnegie, turning in second, just behind Ella Yule, Bankery. Ella going quite nicely in 4. And, Jacqueline just beginning to get upsides her, and Lexi Cochrane in 9, so that there Ian.
Yeah, it's hard to tell any clear favourite in this heat. Two girls in the middle are just ahead at the moment, but all things can happen on the breaststroke, as we've often seen, where people's weaknesses and strengths come into play. Turning at the 100, the Carnegie swimmer it is, Jacqueline McMillan from Glenwood, touched first but didn't have the best of turns, and Isla Euler's caught her right up on the turn. Let's see who's the stronger on the breaststroke now.
So Isla Eule puts the level as we get halfway down the breaststroke section. Both girls 3 or 4 clear. Zara Cowan perhaps in 6, making a charge. It has to be a pretty fast charge to get anywhere near Isla and Jacqueline.
Yeah, she's edging closer to them, Zara Cowan. But Jacqueline still holding on, and Isla Eule have both done a good breaststroke here. They haven't lost anything. They're together as we turn on to freestyle. They're 3 seconds ahead of anyone else, so looks like it's between these two, and Jacqueline McMillan looking stronger at the moment as we approach the final 25 metres.
Jacqueline McMillan very strong on freestyle. I think she'll certainly hang on with 15 to go. Very close for 3rd place. Certainly Isla Eule will settle for 2nd. Coming through very strongly in 3rd place, perhaps the challenge to Anna de Grossa. Jacqueline McMillan takes that from Isla Eule.
It's a good swim.
Is, I think, Anna de Grossa, who just snatches 3rd by 10th. So 2:32.38 from Jacqueline.
Yeah, very good swim from Jacqueline. That was swim really strong on the freestyle as she came down the final 50, pulling away from Isla Eule, who finished 2nd at 2:34.
Actually on our entry time, Jacqueline 2:32.49, 2:32.38. Final heat, Ava Simpson, Lockerbie in 0, Alexandra Murray, Boroughmuir in 1, Ellie Riley, Mill High School in 2, Scarlett Ferris, Bells Baxter in 3, Katie Shannon, Bishop Briggs in 4, Katie Goodburn, Gary Erskine 5, Lane Murray, Ellen Academy 6, Alicia Greenshields, Uddingston 7, Rachel Grant Gammock in 8, Scammer Holland, Calder Glen in 9. Well, Katie Shannon possibly be the favourite in this one, but very open contest. Katie Shannon a couple of seconds faster virtually in the field. Also quite nicely Katie Goodburn.
Yeah, I mean, you've got some of Scotland's best junior female swimmers in this race. Katie Shanahan, Katie Goodburn, Ellie Riley, Scarlett Ferris, Elaine Murray, all top class junior swimmers, some of them representing Scotland last week in Geneva. Katie Goodburn and Ellie Riley were out there. Katie Shanahan was representing Great Britain and Scotland at the Ontario Junior International Meet just in December there before Christmas, and you can see now that Katie has, with her strong backstroke, has pulled well clear of this field despite touching together at the end of the butterfly.
Although Katie Goodburn has a very good breaststroke, Katie Shannon also very strong on breaststroke. Ellie Riley in lead 2 with a heck of a lot to do. She's a fantastic breaststroker, but she's way back at this stage.
Yeah, we should see Ellie Riley come through a bit on breaststroke, but she's left it with a long way back. And Katie Goodwin also very good breaststroker, so I'm anticipating her moving into a clear 2nd place here ahead of Scarlett Ferris, but no doubt about who's winning this race. It's Katie Shanahan 6-7 meters clear now of Katie Goodburn. The record.
So Katie with 50 to go, 1:45.91.
The record could be under threat here if Katie can finish well. The record held by Emily Jones from 2011 at 2:18.79. Katie has done a 2:18 before. It's whether she can just fight hard on this freestyle on her own to try and get inside that time.
Well, about 16 seconds for halfway down that stretch, so she's not going to be far out. It's going to be very, very close to 15. I think she might just get inside it, Ian.
She has.
Just a fraction inside, 2:18.39. So by 0.4, that's another championship record. So to take that from Emily Jones, who's a fantastic swimmer 8 years ago. Emily Jones, 2:18.79 to 18:39. Of course, she's 15. She's got another year to improve on that.
Yeah, it was an excellent swim from Katie. I think that might just be inside her personal best. Ended up 6 seconds clear of Katie Goodburn for the silver, and Scarlett Ferris it was who took the bronze medal.
And, just to mention the 13-14-year-olds, Lucy Fleming in that last event is 14 today, so my apologies for not slipping that in earlier on, but Lucy Fleming in that last event, 14 today. Happy birthday, Lucy. Now on to the 17-18-year-olds. Niamh Reid, Peters in 0, Erin Snow, Lanark Granite in 1, Victoria Duncan, St Mungo's in 2, Hannah Cool, Arbroath Academy in 3, Kristen Laurie, Dollar Academy goes in 4, in 5, Gaia Alcaraz, Aberdeen Grammar, Killian in 6, Ellie McMillan, Brecon High in 7, Iona Pride, Alford Academy in 8, Emily Lightfoot, St Columbus in lane number 9, Gaia Alcaraz in 5, very good butterfly and good IM swimmer off very strongly. Kirsten Laurie also very strong on butterfly. This could go between those two. They're the fastest on entry times. Kirsten Laurie will have to try and cut that back and maybe try and get ahead on the backstroke, which she's pretty strong on.
Yeah, both again another two of Scotland's top junior swimmers here, Kirsten Laurie and Gaia Alcaraz, and they're well clear of the rest of it. Could be a fight for bronze between any other of 4 swimmers, but we're seeing Gaia actually pulling away now as we come into the 100-meter turn. She's going to touch first at 106.86.
Gaia's breaststroke's not outstanding. Kirsten has been improving her breaststroke, and she'd probably still say it's the worst of the 4 disciplines. But, let's see if she can pull that back a bit. She's a heck of a lot to make up though, Ian.
Yeah, Kirsten is now training through in Edinburgh. She's about 5 meters down on Gaia, and Gaia from Aberdeen trains up there with the University of Aberdeen Performance Squad with coaches Patrick Miley and Gregor McMillan. And she's really pushing hard down this breaststroke, like looking full of energy as she goes into the turn here.
It's 3 or 4 meters advantage, and you kind of fancy Gaia with that advantage of some 3.5 seconds. Should have this well under control. It's I think Kirsten Laurie settled for second. She's just over a second ahead of Hannah Cool, who's had a good breaststroke. Certainly Kirsten Laurie is going to take second place. She's well clear now. Gaia Alcaraz well clear of Kirsten Laurie.
I think she's just going to be outside the record time for this event at 2:22.28. It's close, but she just missed it. Finishes at 2:24, taking the gold medal ahead of Kirsten Laurie at 2:29.03. Tight for third. Just going to Hannah Cool of Arbroath Academy by a couple of hundredths of a second there, ahead of Ellie McMillan.
Gaia has done a 2:22.94 at the National Age Group, so almost a year ago, Ian, but I think it's all about getting the job done and winning in this event. Kirsten and Hannah probably a little bit slower than they would have expected or hoped for today, but nevertheless, silver and bronze for these ladies.
Yeah, it was quite a spread there on that race. Good swim from Gaia to take the win.
So back to medal presentations. Catherine Royley will be doing those again, partner from Brodies. So the 13, 14-year-old girls just about ready. Here we come. They'll be presented in just a sec with their awards. So bronze medalist Ella Stevenson from Coatbridge. She looks very happy, does she? And I don't know who she's pointed to, mum and dad maybe.
Yeah, she's delighted with that.
Ashley Merson Deeds is the silver medalist, and the 2019 Brodies Scottish Schools champion from Dunblane High School, Isabel Wood. I'm sure Ken, Ashley's dad, will be here giving her plenty of support. He always turns up at Easter Street events and helps poolside, so nice to see his daughter on the podium today. Now on to the 15, 16-year-olds. Scarlett Ferris from Bell Baxter. Scarlett based up in Dundee. David Teague, her coach. Super job, David. And from Mary Erskines, going to settle for a silver in this one, Katie Goodburn. And the 2019 Brodies Scottish Schools champion from Bishop Briggs, Katie Shanahan, in a new championship record, 2:18:39. That was a cracking swim here.
Yeah, it's really impressive, that performance. You know, especially as she did most of it on her own, wasn't pushed in a tight race. So to push on and break the record under that circumstance is a really good performance. I think she was a little disappointed with her time in the 400 IM earlier today, this afternoon. Wasn't quite what she was hoping for, but that really puts her back on where she'd expect to be.
I think it was difficult for her, Ian, because there was literally no one to challenge her in the early stages, and it was very much, right, I've got 400 to do, just go through the motions, and it was still a good solid swim though, 4:59.
Yeah.
So moving on to the 17, 18-year-olds. Bronze medalist from Arbroath Academy, Hannah Cool. Silver medalist from Dollar Academy is Kirsten Laurie. As you see, just moved over to training in Edinburgh University. And the 2019 Brodies Scottish Schools champion from Aberdeen Grammar, Gaia Alcaraz. So that's the last girls event for this evening, Ian.
One event to go, the breaststroke for the boys.
Stay with us.
Some good races to come here.
We still have another meet record that we fancy, certainly in the last one. Craig Benson, no less, holds the 13, 14-year-old record. He also holds the 15, 16-year-old record. Ross Murdoch, the 17 to 19-year-old record. So
yeah, I remember when Craig...
Any of these guys, you're doing something special.
I remember being here when Craig set those records.
So we move on to the younger age group, the 13, 14-year-olds. Chester Henley from Wick in 0, Enzo Cheng from Kyle Academy 1, Luca Furness, Wallace Hall in 2, Jonathan Payton, Goodmill High School in 3, Michael Van Blerk, Erkison in 4, Robson Mills, Beclair in 5, William Comar, Robert Gordon's College in 6, Alex Clark, Ken May in 7, Callum Kearney, Ellen Academy in 8, Kieran Hayes, Albin in 9.
It could be a close race here. The entry times from 1:22 to just through to 1:26. Lots of people who could be close together, and there's about 5 boys in a line as they go into the turn, all turning around the 38 to 39 second mark, which sets them up for maybe hitting their entry times at 1:22. But who's going to be the one who gets there first? Jonathan Payton was leading at the turn, but you can't separate about 5 of them here now with 25 to go.
It's has the makings of tight finish, as you say, Ian. Jonathan Payton, Van Glerk. It's anybody's race still. Jonathan Payton might just shade it. Michael Van Glerk. Those two, as though they have it between them, finishing very strongly. Robson Miles, but I think you have to settle for third as Jonathan takes that in lane number 3, 1:20.89. Michael Van Glerk, 1:21.67, 1:21.88. Robson Miles. So nice improvements on their entry times coming into this, all on the 1:22, 1:23 mark.
Yeah, swimming that second, Jonathan Payton, Van Glerk and Miles all swimming that second 50 really well, having gone out quite strongly. They held it together down the final 50 without tying up, and that's why those 3 moved away from the rest of the field.
So on to the faster of the 2 heats. Jamie Ritchie, High School of Glasgow in 0. Matthew McMillan, Glenwood in 1. Cameron McMillan, Dollar Academy 2. Cameron and Mitchell, Monifee 3. Robbie Stewart, Lourdes in 4. James Keane, Armadale 5. Jamie Jardine, George Watson's College in 6. Callum Ferretti, Bearsden Academy 7. Callum Lindsay, Bell Baxter 8. James English, George Watson's in 9.
Well, James Keane and James Keane and Cameron Mitchell probably with the better starts, but James Keane really pushing on as we go down the first length.
James Keane, East District Champion, 6th at the Nationals and 4th at the Summer Meet. And, going pretty nicely now as we approach the halfway mark. Also well there in 7, Callum Ferretti. So almost a second advantage here for James.
Lane 0, Jamie Ritchie also going well at 36.2, turning 3rd from the outside, and Robert Stewart coming through a little bit in lane 4, but looks like nobody can catch James Keane.
James Keane travelling very sweetly indeed. 15 to go, Ian. He's got this one well under control. Going further and further away. It's all about second and third. Robert Stewart certainly finishing strongly. Might have to settle for third. Callum Ferretti in second. And James Keane has this one well wrapped up. James Keane, 1:13.23. Second place, Callum Ferretti, and Robbie Stewart.
1:17 for third, yeah. That was a good swim from James Keane. That not really that far away from the Craig Benson's record at 1:13. You know, Benson really pushed the bar a lot higher than you're used to it. He was so fast at that age, but to get to 1:13 at age 14 is also a very, very good time.
So the first of the 2 heats, Jamie Cortrell from Alban in 0, Brandon Aitchison, Bucky in 1, Jack Jardine, Dumbarton 2, Luke Charles, Bankery 3, Alex Smith, St Mungo's in 4, and in 5 off the nice start, Cameron Allison, Stranraer, David Blair, Hollywood in 6, Nicholas Milner, Cooks Academy 7, Andrew Mackenzie, Wallace High in 8, Sam Callan, Turnbow in 9, and Cameron Allison, previously at Dumfries, now over at Stranraer, swimming very strongly in that first 50 in.
Yeah, he's well clear here, over a second ahead now, a second and a half clear of David Blair and Nicholas Milner. Doesn't look like anyone's going to catch Cameron Allison, the Stranraer representative. Can he push on and set himself a personal best time?
He's done a 1:10.09, third at the Nationals, 1:14 in this one. And,
he should be close to that.
He's going particularly well, coming through very strongly. David Blair in lane 6, in second place. Jack Jardine rather, 1-2 going well. 1:11.29. Jack Jardine, I think, gets second, just ahead of David Blair. A good swim from Jack Jardine in lane 2.
Yeah, Jack Jardine swimming very well. Also David Blair there at 1:14. He's going to be happy with that performance. But no doubt about the winner, Cameron Allison from Stranraer.
Yeah, he should be pleased, that 1:11.29. Some sort of in the mix of where he should be swimming, I'm sure. So Lewis Thompson in 0. This is the fastest heat. Lucas Weir from there in 1. Murray Pritchard, Kinross High in 2. Marius Crongellis, Airdrie Academy 3. Matthew Garrity, Clydeview 4. Ben Galloway, William Wood in 5. Montrose's Finlay Wallace 6. Bruce Dixon, Morrison in 7. Sam Harrison, St Columba in 8. And Thomas Christie, Bucksburn in 9. Matthew Garrity, Ben Galloway, two 15-year-olds in 4 and 5. And certainly a good start from Ben Galloway in lane 5, just slightly better than Matthew Garrity, and whilst there is Marius Crongellis in 3. Ian.
Yeah, I mean, Ben Galloway's got a great start. He's again one of our Glasgow swimmers. But Matthew Garrity, I would expect to pull away a little bit here. He's a strong competitor, swam really well at the British Champs last summer. But Marius Crongellis also going well, and in lane 6, it's actually taking the lead, is Finlay Wallace, 32.87. Great start from him. Ben Galloway, Matthew Garrity, Marius Crongellis. It looks like it's between these 4. With lane 1, Lewis Thompson also doing a strong swim.
Is indeed, and as Ian says, Matthew Garrity just beginning to prevail in the latter stages, going about a body length clear. I think it's all about second place. Second place might be Lewis Thompson over in lane 0, and certainly Matthew Garrity going very well. Lewis Thompson, I think, is going to get second. Third place could be Ben Galloway, Lewis Thompson, and in lane 6 Finlay Wallace takes 3rd. Matthew Garrity 1:09.
Yeah, very good swim, really strong second 50 from Matthew Garrity. Those boys all turned together, but he pulled away so much on the second 50. Bit of a surprise from lane 1. Lewis Thompson from Lastwade High School there in Edinburgh coming through very well at 1:10.6. This is a great time from him. He was entered on 1:12. And Finlay Wallace grabbing that bronze medal just ahead of Ben Galloway.
Yeah, Lewis Thompson swims, I think, with the Midlothian club.
Last swim of the night.
Is indeed. Let's see if we can finish with a flurry in this one, Ian. Joshua Mitchell 0 from Stuart's Melville. Cole Price, Strathallan in 1. Matthew Hanlon, Nicholson Institute 2. Thomas Cannon, St Columbus in 3. Archie Goodburn, Stuart's Melville 4. John Keane, Armadale 5. Thea Goodfellow, Malweary in 6. Finlay Cormack, Perth High School 7. Sam Glenn, Lindsay 8. Ollie Carr from Blaine High in 9. Well, John Keane, younger brother, swam particularly well. He'll certainly give a good account of himself, but this might be the Archie Goodburn show in this one. Archie off to a good strong start, 1:03.42 at 1:06.19 for John Keane. Both these boys off pretty strongly.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really see past Archie in this race, but John Keane is a good breaststroker, and he's been improving well this season. Again, coached at West Lothian by Gordon Glasgow. Archie coached in Edinburgh by Kostas Kalitsis. And Archie is with over a 1 second lead at 29.76. This could lead to about a 1:03. The record is under threat, held by Ross Murdoch at 1:04.24.
Archie Goodburn looks in good scintillating form, Ian. 15 to go, 53 seconds. It certainly looks as though it's an opportunity for Archie to get the second of the championship records today. It looks strong in Duff, 1:03.55, and takes around about 3/4 of a second off that Ross Murdoch record. I'm sure Ross Murdoch will be delighted for Archie to do that. 1:03.55. John Keane, 1:07.36. Pretty solid swim from John. And third place,
Cole Price from Strathallan coming through nicely there.
1:08.41.
Very good swim from him. Got a great coach there in Elaine Johnston at the Strathallan's school. And I think he took that from lane 1. So again, a wee bit of a surprise coming out there from the outside to pick up the medal.
We did say don't go away. It might be a nice finish for this evening's swimming, and we did indeed. Another meet record. Archie Goodburn We had one earlier today. It was in the 200 IM, taking that record that was previously held 8 years ago by Dan Wallace. So, tracking swim from Archie. Always good to end up on a high. So that concludes the swimming, Ian, but we've still got
a few presentations to do.
Yeah, we have a few presentations and a few extra bits and bobs to finish with. Nathan Royley, one of the partners at Brodies, who did the last set of presentations. We'll do a final set of presentations. So our 13, 14-year-old lads just making their way over to the podium. Our bronze medalist from Lourdes, Robbie Stewart.
Hi guys, I've got a phone in here. Can I pick it up? I was charging over there.
Our silver medalist from Bearsden Academy, Callum Ferretti. And the Brodies 2019 Scottish Schools champion from Armadale, James Keane.
Very good swim that from James Keane. Not the biggest of the boys,
no, it's,
but
almost a little large show, but very strong swim from James. Very strong last 25 just to pull away, clear on that pretty easily indeed, almost 3 seconds. So on to the 15, 16-year-olds. So the bronze medalist from Stranraer Academy, Cameron Allison. Great swim from Lastwood High School's Lewis Thompson to take second. And the Brodies 2019 Scottish Schools champion from Clydeview, Matthew Garrity.
Again, another example of the not needing to be told to win the race. Matthew, easily the smaller of these guys.
I like to get the arms underneath there, yeah. Almost a bit like Yvonne Brown, you know, you don't have to be big to be good at the breaststroke. And the final swimming presentation went 3-1-2. So the bronze medalist from Strathallan, Cole Price.
Yeah, good swim from Cole Price there.
Silver medalist from Armadale Academy, John Keane.
Okay, two brothers on the podium in the breaststroke.
Two brothers, yes, John and James. And the 2019 Brodies Scottish Schools champion from Stuart Melville, new record time of 1:03.55. Second championship record and second gold medal for the day for Archie Goodburn. Sometimes Archie gets a wee bit disappointed if he doesn't perform and maybe do the time that he was hoping to do. It comes out and says, oh, I could have done better, but he certainly swam well today, Ian.
Yeah, he's had a very good day. Archie, 2 records, sets him up nicely for some of the bigger meets coming up, particularly the British Championships in April, where he'll be looking for selection to the European Junior and World Junior Championships. Now I think we've got the top boy and girl awards to do.
Indeed, yes, 3 different age groups, 13, 14, 15, 16 and 17 to 19. So first one is the girls 13, 14-year-olds. It's based on FINA points, and the top swim was Rachel Saunders with 648 FINA points. I don't know if Rachel swam a little bit earlier, so she's maybe got showered and the family have gone home. Just double check if she's still around. And Dixon just getting things organised and not in the picture at the moment. She was the previous Brodies president of schools.
I don't know if any of them are here for these top awards.
And of course, well renowned for producing some quality swimmers up in Perth. We had Jack Munsey just earlier on today, and he broke one of the meet records at that 200 back. The 13-14-year-old category for the boys, 559 FINA points. Stefan Kravitz. We at least have young gentleman Mark Ford in the 15-16-year category, 688 points.
Katie's coming as well.
He's the top boy in that age group category, and the top girl in the 15-16-year-old category. Katie Shannon, 756 FINA points. Scott Taxton doing those presentations. So I'm sure that was that last swim from Katie. So the 17-18-year-old girls, Katie Robertson obviously has headed home. That's the not so good looking Katie Robertson, better known as Banisterica, our coach down at South Ayrshire, Ian, who you know well.
Yeah, I've known Byron a long time. I used to swim against him back in the day. Good to see him coaching up here. He's doing a great job at South Ayrshire, producing lots of top swimmers.
Katie Robertson, 766 points. And in the 17 to 19-year-old category, well, who else could it be? 745 points. Stuart Melville, just seen him, Archie Goodburn. I kind of lost track of the meet records. I think Mark Ford had a couple. Archie had a couple.
Yep.
And I think
Shanahan had one.
We certainly had at least one for Katie. I think we had 5 this evening to go with the 10 earlier on. So at least 15. I might have lost count of an extra one. But pretty strong performance to have 15 meet records in the day, Ian.
That's very good. I mean, some of these records are extremely good records as well. So
this shows the quality of swimmers. All these coaches across the whole of Scotland are developing.
Yeah, I mean, records should of course move on as time moves on, but it's always good to see them broken. And 15 in one day, I think it's a real credit to the swimmers today. So well done to them all. So
that's it for another year, Ian. I wonder if you'll be back next year or it's a 2-year lull. Nevertheless,
yeah, I might be. If I get invited, I'll be happy to help out again at this or any other meets that I can do.
Next live stream, I'm sure, Ian, not far away, a couple of months from now, Scottish Nationals, where we're back here at Tollcross.
Yeah, I could even dip in at that one if you need me to. So
I'm sure we will certainly call on your maybe some of your coaching staff if they're available.
And a wee plug for the Glasgow International at the end of May.
Is it 24th to 26th of May, Ian?
Yeah, 24th to 26th of May, the Glasgow International meet that we're looking forward to hosting again this year. Some top swimmers already signed up to attend, so we'll have the live stream on for all sessions, heats and finals, so look forward to that.
Of course, I think that's the last opportunity to get times for British Championships.
Yeah, the British summer qualifying window ends just after that meet, so you know it's a great meet to come to if you're looking for those times and for other things.
And that's only the second year on the calendar. As you said, last year was a gentle introduction. We had a good performance from all the swimmers, good turnout. But hopefully this year it'll be much stronger competition, and we want to build on that, Ian.
Yeah, we've got the Danish junior team are already signed up to come back this year, and we're hoping for a few others from around Europe attending. So looking forward to at least £11,000 in prize money available for the weekend. So
excellent.
Should attract some decent racing, I think.
So that's it for another year, as I say. So we'll bid you farewell. So thanks very much, Ian, for that wonderful analysis we've had. And from me, Robert Taylor, thank you very much and good night.